Hi, I'm Jojo. Um, I decided to do this because I looked on YouTube and there wasn't really much that I found in the way of pregnant women in the UK. It's all like American stuff. Not that I've got anything against it, it's just like different, things that they do when they're pregnant. And my husband's filming this and he's laughing at me, so just have to bear with me. I live near Brighton on the south coast in a little place called Worthing, which is a bit boring, but it's sunny at the moment, which is good. Basically, I'm starting this a bit late. I'm already 30 weeks and 5 days. And I haven't really got any pictures or anything to show you that I can put like before the video starts. A, because we don't have any editing software, and B, because the ones we have taken are, private. But what I have got is my scan pictures, which I can show you, which I probably should have got out before. Of my lovely, I must add maternity folder. The washing's just fallen down. They do give you like a bounty folder thing, and it's like my pregnancy written all over it, and it's like, yeah, it's a bit, blatant. And this was pretty, so I swapped it over. I've got this is my 12-week scan. It's very, very cute. I don't know which the best one is. They all look the same, really. It's just kind of baby shaped.
That one.
That's the best one, okay. And you can see his little arms and his little legs. I don't know whether it's a boy or a girl, so I say he, mostly because we kind of want a girl, so we're getting used to the idea of it being a boy. So if I refer to it as a he, it's just because that's what I've gotten used to doing. And this is my 20-week scan. And we've named it Bob for the moment because our surname's O'Brien, and so it's Bump O'Brien, which is B-O-B. We think it's cute. So anyway, they're my scan pictures. I just wanted to do like a basic update thingy, like once a week, hopefully, till the baby gets here, and then maybe updates once it's born. I don't really know. Probably won't have the time for that kind of thing. And if I haven't got around to cleaning the fish tank, that's probably more important because they tend to die when I don't clean it. Yeah, this one's just going to be a little bit longer because I'm going to try and catch up on I'm going to catch up since the beginnings, but I won't go into too much depth. Basically, yeah, I wanted to quickly say about when I first got pregnant. I found out pretty much the day after my period was due, so I was only like 4 weeks then, and that's the kind of time when sort of, it's a bit sort of, you don't know whether it's actually going to go through with it or and I made the mistake of listening to someone who was a bit rude about it, really. She basically just said, I don't know why people get so excited because anything can happen in the first 12 weeks. And that was it. I was just like totally moody and upset and detached from the whole thing till we had our first scan, when I cried a lot because it was real and it had a heartbeat and everything like that. And it took a lot off my shoulders, but it did take me a bit longer to get used to the idea and sort of cheer up a bit. And by the time we had our 20-week scan was when I started to cheer up. And, I started showing and I could feel it moving. It was a bit more obvious and it was really exciting to see it moving on the screen and feel it at the same time. Well, the good thing was I didn't have any sickness, which was nice. I did get a bit more forgetful. I can't think of words. It's just, you'll find that you try and create sentences and the word that you were going to use is in the back of your head somewhere, but it just doesn't exist in your head, and then you don't make any sense. So yeah, bad obvious things, needing to pee a lot, at the moment, especially in the middle of the night, sort of 2 o'clock and then 4 o'clock and then 6 o'clock, and then I ended up usually just staying awake until my alarm goes off, which is a bit tiring. and I get quite a bit of heartburn. I've been getting dizzy because it's sunny, and my ankles hurt because I'm carrying an extra 1.5 stone at the moment, which is a bit bizarre because it doesn't feel like 1.5 stone, but it is because that's what the scales say. Yeah, so from week 20 it's gone like really, really quickly up until this point now, where I feel like I've been about 30 weeks for about a year, because I reckon it's to do with the fact that people were coming up to me and going, oh my goodness, how long have you got left? And I'm just like, oh yeah, like 10 weeks, you know, aiming for 8 because that's plenty. And then, because I've said that so many times, it just feels like this week has lasted forever. And when it gets to Sunday and I'm 31 weeks, it's going to be like a milestone of a week. You know, because I've done everything now, everything's ready, we've bought everything, I've like packed the hospital bag, I've packed the labour bag, I've gone out and bought like cooling spray and stuff like that for when I'm too hot, and you know, we've got all the clothes, all the bedding, you know, even bought the reusable nappies which I've washed twice and they're all hanging out in the garden drying. So yeah, it's a bit frustrating that there's like nothing else we can do, so I was like, hey, I'll do this, it could be interesting and take up a bit of time. On the negative side of things, no pun intended, I am rhesus negative, which means that I have to have this anti-D injection. I've got a leaflet about it. Because yeah, if you've been told that you're rhesus negative, it's like, it's not, I don't think it's a major deal, but basically, in the first pregnancy, because you're, it's sort of the whole gene thing, you know, like if one parent has blue eyes and one has brown eyes, then you're definitely going to have a brown-eyed child. Is that right?
Possibly.
Well, whatever. It's the same thing as rhesus negative. If one of you's rhesus negative, then the chance of the child being rhesus negative is slim, because the rhesus positive gene is the stronger one. And so basically, because Dom, my husband, most likely isn't rhesus negative, there's no chance that the baby is. So me and the baby have got different blood types going on. So if my blood mixes with the baby's blood, then my blood starts creating antibodies and would start attacking the baby. Now, that's not really a problem in a first pregnancy, because the only time the bloods are going to mix is basically when I give birth. So they've given me one, it's called the anti-D injection, which was at 28 weeks. And it wasn't pleasant, I'm going to say. It's not just like a normal injection. It was quite long and didn't feel very nice, and I'm not really bothered by injections usually, so not meaning to freak you out if you don't like injections, but yeah, and it basically stops your blood from creating these antibodies just in case you do have any passing blood between you and the baby. It kind of only makes a difference with the second pregnancy. You'd have to have like regular anti-D injections to stop the antibodies from being created, because of when your blood met the baby's blood when you gave birth, your body's sort of ready for the next time that happens. So yeah, for a second pregnancy it could be slightly more unpleasant than first. Yeah, so that's the only thing that I can properly sort of say has been